This must be the cottage home. They said it would be the one with the honeysuckles over the gate.
Yes, and there's Mary sitting on the porch.
She's got up. She's coming up the path to meet us.
Good morning, Mary. I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, why have you come here? Not to ask about my health. Why should a servant girl matter to gentlemen like you?
Oh, you misjudge us, my dear. I assure you that we...
No, Watson, let's be honest and admit we didn't come here out of concern for Mary's health.
Oh, then why did you come here, sir?
Mrs. Lakland asked me to try to find her son, Tom.
Tom?
Yes, Tom Lakland. I thought you might be able to help me, Marion.
If I could help you, Mr. Holmes, I'd be helping myself too. Oh, here comes Gilly, the postman. Gilly, is there a letter for me today?
No, lass, there's nothing for you again.
There must be, Gilly, there must be.
No, lass, if the letter would come, I'd bring it to you as fast as my legs could carry me, you know that. Morning, Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson. Left some letters for you at the inn. Doctor, you had a letter from a lady.
How do you know it was from a lady?
Well, it reeked with the smell of violets, it did. And it was written in green ink on grey paper, sir.
Amazing deduction.
That sounds like your young friend from Dalis, Watson.
How do you know about... I don't have a young friend from Dalis.
Quite. Gilly, you tolled another funeral bell today, didn't you?
Aye, sir, and a tragic thing it was. Old Letterby hanged himself because he didn't get money from his son in Australia. I found him, I did. I was the one to cut him down. And right in my post bag was the letter he was waiting for. The letter that would have saved his life.
Great Scott! What a ghastly piece of irony.
That it was, sir, that it was. Well, gentlemen, I'll be on my way. Good day. Good day, Mary. Perhaps that letter will arrive tomorrow.
No, I'll never hear from Tom now. He's ashamed of me. That's why he deserted me.
Deserted you, Mary? You speak almost as if you were his wife.
I am his wife.
What?
We were married secretly in Rockdale 5 months ago come Tuesday.
And he never told his mother?
He was afraid to. She thought I was beneath him. Tom said he'd go away and try to find a good job and then return here and fetch me back with him. He went away all right, but he never came back or sent me word.
When he left, did he give you no clues to his destination? No hints of any kind, Mary?
Oh, wait. He did once say, Mary, I'm going to clear out to this puddle and make me fortune, even if I have to bury it. And then he said, bury me fortune? Ha! That's a joke, isn't it? Ha ha ha. I don't know what he meant by it.
I think I do, Mary. Watson, we're taking a short train journey as soon as possible.
Oh? Where are we going, may I ask?
We are going to the town of Bury, in search of this young lady's husband.
What makes you think Tom might be in Bury, Mr. Holmes?
Because the famous Fortune cotton mills are in Bury. It would seem possible that when your husband joked of burying his fortune, he was talking of going to the mills there.
Wherever he's gone, they won't be coming back for me. I know that.
Now, don't talk like that, my dear. Remember, you have friends, Miss Lakland. How much longer is Holmes going to be? He leaves me standing outside the factory gates as if I were a blasted coachman. Ah, there he is. There he is. Holmes! Holmes!
Hello, Watson. Permit me to introduce you to Mr. Tom Lakland. Tom, this is Dr. Watson.
How'd you do, Dr. Watson?
How do you do? Never mind how I do, young fellow me lad. How do you do? Your behaviour is absolutely shocking. Shocking!
Now, what are you all about?
Leaving your dear old mother and deserting your pretty little bride because you're ashamed of her? You're a scoundrel, sir. You deserve a good horsewhipping, and I have a good mind to give it to you.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dr. Watson, but I don't like the words you use, and if it's violence you want, I don't mind telling you that I'm the amateur heavyweight champion of the county.
You are? Oh, no need to become aggressive.
Yes, let's not waste time being acrimonious, Watson. Let's get back to the station as fast as we can. The return of the prodigal is long overdue. We must give them every opportunity to kill the fatted calf.
Ah, there's Mary's house. I'm dying to see her.
And after this reunion, Tom, I suggest that you both go to see your mother. I'm sure she'll forgive you.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I'll do that.
Perhaps we should have warned her. Your sudden appearance may be something of a shock.
Well, I think it's a shock that Mary can handle. She must be out. The door's locked.
Knock again if you don't mind. She may be asleep.
What?
Great heavens, that was a revolver shot!
Come on, Watson! Help me break in the door!
Now, Dr. Watson, that was a fine place to break off your story. You left me right on the edge of a cliff. Had the young girl shot herself?
She shot at herself, Mr. Bell, but fortunately her last-minute lack of courage had made her shot go wild. Holmes and I and the young bridegroom burst into the house and rescued the smoking revolver from her hand. I must confess the reunion between the two young lovers was a touching sight. In fact, I felt considerably older than I was as Holmes and I stood there listening to Tom reassuring her.
Oh, Mary, darling, it's all right. I'm here.
Oh, Tom, you did come back for me. I thought you never would. I tried to kill myself, but I hadn't the courage.
Oh, there, Mary. Everything's going to be all right now.
It will, Tom, won't you? Oh, I'm so tired.
And now, Tom, I think the time has come to reassure Mary that you did write to her.
Of course I did, Mary, darling. I sent you money and told you that I'd be back here to take you to Bury as soon as I'd saved up enough.
You wrote to me, Tom?
Twice a week. And I wrote to Mother, too.
Then why didn't I get the letters?
The answer to that should be obvious, my dear. Gilly the postman deliberately withheld them from you.
What?
Gilly?
Great heavens, why?
I have my suspicions, strong suspicions, but I have yet to get proof. Tell me, Mary, the day before yesterday, Mr. Threadgold murdered his wife. Do you know how he learned of her infidelity?
Well, I'm not sure, but I did hear Mrs. Michael say it was through some letters that got mixed up. The letters addressed to her were delivered to his office instead of at the house.
Gilly again.
Precisely. Surely the whole terrible pattern begins to take shape. Tom,
Yes, Mr. Holmes.
I'm going to lay a trap. To spring it, I shall need your assistance.
Oh, of course, Mr. Holmes. I'll do anything.
Wait here with Mary until darkness falls. Then, muffle yourselves and go to your mother's house. Wait there in hiding and let no outsiders see you until you hear from me.
Since you two lovebirds have been separated for 4 months, I don't imagine that will be too unpleasant.
Quiet, Watson. You understand, Tom?
Yes, Mr. Holmes.
Good. Come on, Watson.
What's your plan, Holmes?
I'll tell you as we go. One thing I can promise you, before the sun is very high tomorrow, I shall free this village from one of the most subtly evil powers I've ever come in contact with.
Tom said he'd go away and get a good job and then return here and fetch me back with him.
Oh,
Yes,
Gilly's
take a
back.
walk. Tell us more.
Oh, Gilly.